Maya's fingers hovered over her keyboard long after the call with Detective Harris ended. The detective's warning replayed in her mind. Not frantic, not fearful, but steady, like someone reciting a fact they'd learned to accept. They don't like people asking questions. Maya knew that they wasn't referring to a few bad officers. It meant a system, a network of people invested in the silence of Brookside. She shut her laptop and rose to stretch when a slow, rhythmic tapping echoed from her front door. 3 taps. Pause. 2 taps. Her breath caught. No unfriendly knock like that. Maya moved quietly toward the peephole, heart thudding. A figure stood in the hallway. Back turned, hood up, head lowered. Not moving, just waiting. She considered calling out. Considered calling Harris. But before she could decide, the figure turned sharply and walked away, disappearing down the stairwell. No attempt to hide their footsteps. No sense of urgency. Just leaving a message. And it had worked. The next morning, Maya arrived at the small cafe near the precinct to meet Harris. The detective looked exhausted. Dark circles. Hair pulled into a bun so tight it seemed like a shield. "You came," Harris said, sliding into the booth across from her. "You called," Maya replied. "What's going on?" Instead of answering, Harris placed a thin manila folder on the table. No label, no seals, just a file that looked strangely innocent. "Open it." Maya did. Inside were handwritten incident logs, pages and pages of names, dates, patrol numbers, and short notes. Some were marked no citation, others verbal warning, but most had a single code scribbled beside them. B-19. Again and again, dozens of times. "What's B-19? Maya asked. "An internal code," Harris said, voice low. "Unofficial. It means the person's stop was black." Maya felt her stomach twist. "That's illegal," she whispered. "That's the point," Harris answered. "It's not in any system. It's an off-the-books tracking method. Some officers use it to build patterns, to identify who they consider high-contact residents. High contact. People they believe they have a right to stop any time they want." Maya flipped through more pages. Jamal Peters' name appeared 5 times in 3 months. "Why are you showing me this?" she asked. "Because," Harris said, leaning closer, "someone wants him labeled as a threat, and they're using these stops to build a narrative that doesn't exist." Maya's pulse quickened. "And you think this has something to do with—" "Everything," Harris cut in. "This isn't sloppy policing. This is intentional." Maya stared at the file, unable to look away. Every name, every date, they weren't just data points. They were people, her neighborhood. What did they get out of this? Maya asked. Harris swallowed. "Numbers. Funding. Federal grants for high-risk zones. More money means more power. And the officers involved, they get promoted, praised, and protected." The truth was uglier than Maya imagined, but Harris wasn't done. "There's something else," she said. "Something you need to see before you publish anything." "What?" Harris hesitated. "A recording, but I can't bring it out here. And I can't access it without being noticed." "Then how do I get it?" Harris looked her dead in the eye. "You don't. It comes to you." Later that night, Maya returned home with a manila folder tucked deep inside her jacket. She triple-checked her locks, drew her curtains, set her phone to silent. The knock came at 10:34 p.m. Not the rhythmic tapping from last night. This was lighter, more hurried, followed by a whispered, "Please, open up." It was a voice she knew. "Jalen." She unlocked the door and pulled him in. "Jalen? What happened?" He looked shaken, breathing hard, sweat on his forehead despite the cold outside. "They came to the house," he said. "2 officers, asking about Jamal, asking what we were telling you." Maya felt her jaw tighten. "Did they threaten you?" Jalen nodded. "I didn't say anything, but I think they know I talked to you." He reached into his backpack and pulled out a small USB flash drive. "This was in our mailbox this morning. No note, no explanation. My mom got scared and told me to give it to you." Maya frowned. "Do you know what's on it?" He shook his head. "But I think they want you to have it." Who's they? I don't know, Jalen whispered. But someone inside the department is trying to help, and someone else is trying to shut it down. Maya took the drive carefully, like it was explosive, and in a way it was, "Stay here tonight," she said. "It's safer." Jalen hesitated, then nodded, voice small. "Okay." When he went to shower, Maya sat alone at her desk, staring at the flash drive glowing faintly under her lamp. She plugged it into her laptop. One video file. No title, no metadata, just a timestamp. She pressed play. Static, a room, voices, then a familiar name. Jamal Peters? Yeah, he's already on the list. A second voice replied. Good. The captain wants him flagged before the next sweep. Static again. Maya froze. The captain. They weren't looking at a few rogue officers. The rot went all the way up. A shadow moved behind her. Jalen had stepped out of the hallway, face pale. "Is that them?" he whispered. Maya nodded slowly. "Yes, and this isn't just evidence." She looked at the screen, her pulse pounding. This is a conspiracy. And someone in Brookside just handed her the match.